at a Harrelson VPS Summit trumpet. This horn was built in October of 2014. It's 3 years old, and our client is local here to Colorado, and she traded this in towards a brand new Summit 1 in a completely different finish. She loved this horn, and she got all the bells and whistles. She just wanted something that was even lighter and more efficient. And I just want to walk you through the features of this trumpet and show you how this could be the most versatile horn you've ever owned. So this was built with lead pipe 4 and Belle 10, and we mark that on the bracing underneath, and on the other side we always put the date. On the top we have the Harrelson logo, on the other side the Summit logo. Lead pipe 4 is one of our most versatile lead pipes. It's bigger than a Bach or a Yamaha, but because we have the Venturi gap receiver, you can remove this, take this little insert off, and we make every variation of this insert, meaning you can adjust flexibility, slotting, and airflow to feel like any trumpet you've ever played. So in terms of the feeling, the impedance, and how much resistance or openness you have in the horn, all of that is adjusted right here, and we're the only company that makes a horn that has that system. It's known as the VGR, or Venturi Gap Receiver. And I invented that system so that any horn you purchase from me would be a perfect fit for your playing preferences. So if you feel like you're going really high and the horn seems to constrict or be too open, you can change that here. If you're doing some wide interval leaps and you feel like you're locking in too hard, I didn't lock in at all because I have very little gap. That's flexibility. But if I did lock in somewhere where I didn't mean to, and you've probably had that where horns start to lock in really hard, even though this one won't do it right now, that's slotting. And we can adjust the flexibility and the slotting on this horn to make it feel very slippery, like this. It's very easy to slide around, or make everything lock in harder. And finding that balance is really one of the key components of our horns. And this has that system. So lead pipe 4 produces a warm but vibrant tone. It's going to be a bigger tone than you're going to find on a factory horn. The Belle itself, being a number 10, is one of our bigger tapers. So again, it's going to be warmer and broad and somewhat dark depending on the mouthpiece. But you can hear right now it's not very dark. It isn't dark, but it isn't really bright. It's a little of everything. If I change the throat and the back bore of my horn to be something dark, it will play very dark. And if I make it bright, it's going to brighten up. So this is a great all-around horn. It was designed with our shorter top caps, which reduces a little bit of weight. The Powa shell finger buttons are the raised type, so they stand up a little bit. If you don't like those, we'd be happy to change them out for something else. And the lead pipes on our horns are proprietary, but they're machined in such a way that they don't really lose any energy, at least not as much as the human body could put into the horn. Same with the tuning slide. It also was machined out of 2 halves, again, for efficiency. This one has the 3rd slide screw stop and 1/2-inch bottom caps. The entire horn was lacquered, and there are some little chips and flakes to the lacquer, nothing major, but it has been used for a few years. In terms of dings or dents, there are a couple little tiny dings that were pulled out in the Belle. I see a tiny one there. There's a little lacquer scratch, just super minor stuff. If you had owned this horn for 3 years, trust me, it wouldn't look this good because the owner really took great care of it. This one has the pinky hook and Saturn water keys. The last feature I'd like to discuss is the Belle Crook brace. This is something that we started offering maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It's been discontinued now because we machine the entire Belle Crook, but this adds a lot of efficiency to the horn. It makes everything play easier, And there were only a few dozen horns ever built with this, so it's kind of a unique feature. So this is the Harrelson VPS Summit Trumpet, lead pipe 4, Belle 10, in clear lacquer. And I guarantee you this horn is going to sell pretty quick. So if you're interested, give us a call.